Out. Today we'll find out. If you're completely unaware, this game has a designated trouser snake button for you to whip it out whenever you want to, or in certain situations. If you're on fire, for instance, or if you're the type of person that enjoys that sort of behaviour. The game follows a week in which you have to do various tasks in each day and then head home at the end of the day to transfer to the next level. We start the day off being shouted at our wife, who asks us to go out and do various tasks.
It's on the damn list.
I'll put you on a damn list. What the? Ah, stupid dog.
Don't let the dog out.
Crap.
And don't forget my rocky road.
Yeah, whatever. I can tell this is gonna be an interesting day. Go see Vince. I was pretty hungover yesterday, but I think I remember where I work. Score some cash. Excellent. Ah, there it is. Pick up some milk. Now where is that? Here it is.
The tasks for today are pick up our paycheck, cash our paycheck, and finally go get some milk. Our first stop for the day is heading to the local supermarket to pick up the milk. After entering the shop, we pick up the milk. At this point we'd be given a choice to wait in line and pay for the milk, or we can just walk out the front door. For the time being, I do try to pay for the milk. Unfortunately, they seem to have a problem with the guy with his trouser flaps open, so I've been given no choice but to walk out the front door. Unfortunately, shoplifting is a crime in this game, and the shutter comes down as I try to leave out the door. At this point, the shop owner and his extended family / workers come down to help deal with the shoplifter, thus giving me no choice but to run out the window on the upper floor. After we've escaped from the local food dispensary, our next stop is to head to our place of work to pick up our check. On the way there, we meet some protesters that are against violent video games. We leave them to their own business and enter the building. We meet up with Vince and he tells us that our check is on his desk and that we're fired.
But I just started yesterday.
At the same time, the protesters have decided to take matters into their own hands and decide to storm the building to get us to stop creating violence with violence.
Come on, everyone, follow me.
I do my best to avoid all of the bullets flying, as I once again have no choice but to run out of the building. Now that we've got a paycheck, we need to drop in to the local bank to cash in our check. Unfortunately, there's a considerable line at the bank and I don't have the patience to deal with the line, so we help ourselves to the back of the bank where they keep the vault. From there we can grab the big bag of cash. The police turn up to help protect and serve. From here we take the secret passage and go home for the day. Day 1 complete. At the start of day 2, Tuesday, we're assigned our new tasks. We need to confess sins, get signatures, return a library book, and finally get Gary's signature. We start the day off with heading towards the shopping centre to pick up a book with Gary's signature. I skip the line and I try to get Gary's signature. After some laughing at me, they decide to pull out a real weapon and decide to open fire on everybody in the local vicinity. After reloading the area, we go back to get Gary's signature. We hide on the upper floor and wait for somebody to get their own copy of the book. Once the book has been handed over, I'm going over to retrieve it for myself. Initially I try to get her caught in the crossfire. At one point somebody else does and she's unusually happy about that. After trying, I decide to turn her into a human piñata using my mighty boot. Eventually, after a few kicks, I'm able to retrieve the book from the ground after she lets me have it.
Close enough.
Next up, we need to go to the church to confess our sins. This is a relatively easy task as we make our way up to the confession booth. Once again there's another long line and I don't have the patience to deal with the line, especially as the line won't move whilst my Johnson is out. There's only one way to deal with the priest, and that way is by also using our mighty boot on him. After a few attempts, we are then able to kick through the confessional booth. Once we've confessed our sins, the church comes under attack by a bunch of angry people. As we make our escape, a bunch of them have managed to get stuck in the door, causing a bit of a backup as a few of them suffer from friendly fire. We escape out of the church and we finally head to the library. The library is largely uneventful for the first half. However, after we've delivered the book, a new group of protesters decide to save the trees by setting fire to some books. We have to escape the fire by following a number of different paths. After escaping, this is unfortunately where my challenge fails. There's no way to get past this final task without putting my solid snake away and getting the clipboard out. This leads to the challenge ending as I can't finish this last task. I decide to return home and leave the game.